Yo guys, what is up? I hope you're all doing great. Today we're gonna talk to someone who for sure has a very interesting story. Michele Ponte. I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name. I tried, sorry. He was basically supposed to travel India, ended up in Thailand. Obviously we know what happened recently. Pandemic happened, so he got stuck in Thailand and he randomly became a full-time creator and a full-time live streamer.
What's the largest sum of money that you made during one live stream?
He has a YouTube channel with around 8,000 subscribers and he does weekly live streams, and that's basically how he makes a living, which is a very interesting concept. Nowadays, live streams are getting more and more popular. More and more people are getting into it.
Doing live streams associated to my normal content, it practically became my full-time job.
And I thought it would be really interesting to interview someone who does have a relatively small YouTube channel, but is still able to make a living out of it. So yeah, keep watching.
I'm still confused how to pronounce your name. Is it Michele or?
Michele, yeah. It's super complicated, I know.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's really complicated to pronounce. I don't know why. It shouldn't
For
be.
everybody.
Yeah, like
Michele.
Michele.
More or
Yeah,
less.
okay, I can see on your face that it's so wrong. You are basically Italian/Polish who randomly ended up in Thailand, got stuck, and then became like a full-time influencer / basically YouTuber, live streamer.
I would say, apart influencer, yes. Let's
Okay,
say
so
YouTuber, live streamer.
Not an influencer.
No, I think influencer, they do sponsored content. No one wants to pay me yet to do sponsored content, so...
So can you tell me a little bit more about how did it happen that you basically got stuck in Thailand? So you were in Italy, right? Where you're based, and then you just went on holiday and got stuck, or how did it happen?
So I was in Rome, Italy, the capital. I'm from Rome, and I know I needed to say that because we are so proud that we are from Rome. And 3 hours before my flight to India, India cancelled the visa for all the Italians because of Corona.
Oh, so
And,
you were
therefore,
supposed to travel to India, actually, not Thailand.
Yeah. I mean, Thailand wasn't my goal, not even in 10 years, just to let you know.
Why? Why?
I didn't care about Thailand. Like, there were more interesting nations to me, like Vietnam. I really want to come back to Vietnam or Cambodia. They have nicer heads. I don't know. I had such a good time in Southeast Asia that Thailand seemed too much European/American because of this big influence that there are so many foreigners. So I usually prefer to travel in a country where I would not find other white people.
Okay, so you were going to India, and then India canceled your visa, and you decided to come to Thailand.
I was so lucky that I had this guy in Bangkok that was actually my subscriber. Now he's my full-time friend. What a weird sentence, full-time friend. So yeah, I ended up in Bangkok. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm super lucky to be here. Like, it's the best place to be stuck during this time.
Definitely. I mean, I love Bangkok. I would love to be stuck in Bangkok. So you come to
Yes.
Thailand, you basically get stuck, and that I guess you could say that sort of inspired you to make more videos and also start live streams, right?
Yes, I mean, it was the same idea that I had to do in India. Like, the goal in India was like, oh, let's get to 20,000 subs, and maybe it will not be enough to make it into a full-time job, but it would be a nice round number to have. And instead, I ended up in Thailand and was like, oh, let's try to get 20,000 subs here, but probably it's not that easy. My goal, it wasn't even the number. My goal was always to transform this passion into a full-time job. And the streaming opportunity was unbelievable. I think I did my first real stream 2 months and a half ago. I was like, oh, this shopping center is really cool. It was Terminal 21 in Pattaya. I don't know if you've been there.
Pattaya? I mean, I've been to Terminal 21 in Bangkok, but not in Pattaya.
Yeah, so you know that the shopping center Terminal 21, they are very, very different from any other shopping center. They have all these weird statues divided by nations, and super cute. There was the Italian floor. So I was like, oh, let's show this thing to my subscribers. And therefore I did my first stream. In 1 hour and something, I made like $20, which I know that it might not be much, but like if I make 20,000 views from Thailand, I do not even make $20. So depends on where you make your views. $20 is a lot for a small channel.
So basically, it wasn't really like you decided to do live streams and you planned it. You just like randomly one day decided to show your subscribers this cool mole.
Yes. Also, Alex was telling me, Reporter Familia, the guy that is hosting me in Bangkok, to try live streams, because he saw that I once tried that in Europe, but the connection was so bad in North Macedonia. Doing live streams associated to my normal content, it practically became my full-time job.
You have around 8,000 subscribers now, right?
Almost 8,000, yeah, 7,000.
I think that's what's super interesting about your story is that, you know, even though you have a small channel and your videos plus the live stream kind of, you can make a living out of it, which I guess it's really inspiring for many people who want to do the same, right?
Yeah, that's totally unbelievable also to me. Like in my idea, I would have reached this goal of make it a living by August. After pushing video after video after video after video, I was like, maybe by August I'll be able to make it. I have almost no subscribers compared to all the big channels and compared to your channels too. By the way, congrats on getting to 40K.
Thank you. Thank you.
The more you live stream,
but you know,
the more you are connected.
I know, sorry, I interrupted you.
Sure,
I
sure.
always interrupt.
No.
Like my one thing, I promise myself, when I do these interviews with people, I'm not going to interrupt them because that's what my friends always complain about, that I always interrupt.
No worries.
I just wanted to say that, you know, I think it's super interesting because people always think that people who don't work in the industry, especially, think that what matters the most is like the subscriber count, but it's not true, right? What matters is the views, where your subscribers are from and all that. So, you know, you can have a channel like yours, which is like 8,000 and you're making a living of it. And a channel like mine, I just hit 40,000 and I'm nowhere even like half of making my rent, like let alone living, you know? So you talk a lot about having a supportive community. So if someone would ask you about advice, your advice for building a supportive community, what would you say?
First of all, it's important to really care about other people, and if you aren't natural like that, probably it will not work. My top subscribers, I know everything about them actually. Now I know their life, I know that they have wife, kids, and so on. Like some people I know what job they do. Some people I know that they go to Las Vegas to bet money. They are like a very, in Italian we would call like enlarged family. I'm super positive as a person, and they feel like kind of inspired by my positivity and by the fact that doesn't matter what age I have, I still try to follow my dreams and try to do what makes me happy, which nowadays is very difficult because everybody feels the pressure of having a normal job and you know, carry on life
I know.
in the boring way.
So what's the largest sum of money that you made during one live stream?
The largest sum, I think it is that 150, 160 before YouTube cuts and taxes.
How much does YouTube take? You said 30%?
30% plus taxes. And I think the taxes depends on the credit card they use. Like if they use the debit card is less, if I use American Express is more. But depending on the hour of the live stream, I could make between $40 to $80 in average. Let's say this.
What advice would you give to people who would want to start live streaming?
Well, first they have to build the community, as I was telling. I think the start is the most difficult thing. What I would recommend is planning, lots of planning. It would seem sometimes that I do work randomly, and lots of the time I do that, especially on the street live streams. But before walking, I did study a bit the map. I know that if I go in that direction, there is a market. If I go in that direction, there is some statue or a fountain or whatever. And planning is super important. Also, you have to know what are the topics that your viewers care about. I mean, if you have a channel about politics, you know what you need to talk about in your stream, for example. But I always have a topic to talk about just in case there is nothing on the streets. Like, just in case I meet nobody, I have something to talk about, or I wanted to share an information. Like this last live stream that I did 33 hours without food. The whole live stream is me searching for food, but I knew that it was so early that most of the shops, they wouldn't be open. So I was like, I had 1 hour and a half to actually search for food. Like, that's why I thought that planning is very important. Storytelling is very important. Maybe I'm so gifted on storytelling because I read so many books. And since I was a child, my mother, which is Polish, like your mother, she always gifted me. Yeah, right. She always gifted me books. She was always like, oh, if you want a gift, I'll buy you a book. I will not buy you a game or something. Having read so many books, by the way, in my early age, when I was a young person, I was also a writer, but
I was just about to say that you're not only, you don't only read, you also write books.
Yeah, it was a very bad career.
Why? Live streaming is better.
I was so confident in my writing that when I first got published, I left the university and then I never made enough money.
What advice would you give in general to small creators? So not necessarily only live streamers.
Niche. There is only one word in YouTube, it's called a niche. Like, you cannot escape that. Don't copy me because I'm the worst in that. But like, if you go to a random city in Thailand, you should make 10 videos about that city until you become like the king of that city, and you build your niche from there, and then maybe you expand to the nearby cities, and then you expand to the whole country, and then you expand to Southeast Asia, Asia, and the whole world. Niche is the key to everything on YouTube. And what would be even better would be like the niche inside the niche. Like if you do travel videos in Thailand and you do them on the motorbike, so you have the motorbike niche and you have the travel videos niche, like it's a blessing. If you're able to do that, you will have as many subscribers as Kaja in 1 year.
or way more.
Or way more, yeah. Like, I'm not able to do that, you are not able to do that. We go too much with our flow on our passions and so on. But if some person that is watching this would focus on the niche is the key. If you want to make it into a job, niche, and that's it. There is no other word that you should know. I
guess we already talked about it a little, but for me as well, as a creator, as a YouTuber, whatever you would call it. YouTuber, okay. It's always hard, the thing you just said, to finding balance between your passion and, well, what gets views, or maybe even what your subscribers want to see. Like, do you find it difficult?
Yes and no. I'll tell you some beautiful comments that sometimes I receive. I was like, people, they comment and they say, I prefer when you do solo vlogs instead of vlogs with other people, but I watch it completely only for you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, I know I can get out of the track, but I kind of prefer to be on the right rails. The problem of being on the right rails all the time is that I know that if I make only lockdown video, they will get lots of views at the moment. But when this lockdown thing will end, my channel will die. I think you should find your own balance. And therefore, I should show people that I have many other passions and that my channel could be also about this or about that. So I think I will never really follow this niche thing. But if you really have a niche that you love, and probably you will make a job as trading cards. I don't know, trading Pokemon. I have no idea. Like, if you have the possibility to follow a niche, it's the key.
So since you're in Thailand right now, what is the situation in Thailand? Is the lockdown already done, or can you already move around more freely?
So there are 10 provinces that they had no case for the past 40-50 days. In these provinces, it's allowed to travel and there is no quarantine. But if by mistake I move to the wrong city, I'll be caged inside a hotel. You can move only during the day, because at first it was from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. But now that the shopping centers, they did open, it's from 11 p.m. until 4 a.m. there is the curfew. the fine is huge. I don't remember if it is like 35,000 baht, 40,000 baht. Maybe you can put a graphic explaining how much it is. But
Probably around $1,000 or something. No.
Yeah, exactly. If they catch you, and you also go in prison for 2 days. Another thing that is forbidden with no reason is to go on the beaches. Another thing that is forbidden is alcohol in any restaurant, and all the restaurants, they have these little plastic windows, dividers everywhere.
So do you think there is any chance that that tourists will be coming back to Thailand anytime soon?
I don't believe that. I mean, I hope that, but the Thai government, I think, wants to open only to China because they get like 11-12 million tourists per year from China, and China seems to be the other safe country. So probably they will first open up to China. To Europe, it should be a trouble to open up. I fear that Thailand, as before, is kind of done, and 50% of the restaurants in Bangkok, they will not reopen. That's what they said. Yes.
That's horrible. I mean, imagine all these people who are losing, their jobs and their businesses, and oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah, imagine lots of restaurants, they shut down, they left all the food inside like that, and they simply left the restaurant. All the people that work in Bangkok, they live in other provinces actually, so all they went back to the other provinces. Some that they have tried to reopen, they cannot sell alcohol, and most of the income comes from alcohol.
What's your plan after the lockdown? Are you planning to stay in Thailand? Are you planning to continue live streaming?
Yes, I want to do live streams in Europe. I think it will be the best time hourly to reach the US audience. It will be much easier. And my plan is actually to go to China with Alex, Reporter Familia. We already made a list of cities that we want to visit. I will go visit some other YouTubers in China wherever is possible, and I cannot wait to do that. My only fear is that I cannot really live stream from there because the VPN, usually they're not good enough to let me do that, but I will find a way. So we'll see. And Europe, of course, I wanted to vlog in Poland because actually I have a big Instagram account in Poland. I wanted to kind of use it.
What's the name of your Instagram account about Poland again?
Poland Photos.
I'll put the picture on the screen. It's a really cool account.
Thank you
Beautiful
so much.
pictures from Poland.
Yeah, well, we are simply reposting pictures from Poland. We have almost 100,000 subs. I'm very proud of that.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. It was really interesting.
Thank you for the opportunity, Kaja. Dziękuję bardzo.
Proszę bardzo.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to Michele's channel, and also remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And if you have any ideas for other cool YouTubers that you think I should interview next, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I see you soon.